Right then, the last race of the Ebor Festival that we're going to take a look at is the Ebor Handicap over 1 mile 6, one of the best handicaps of the season. 22 runners confirmed for this, so I'm not going to run through the odds of all of them, but we'll take a little look at the top of the market. It's currently headed by Queenstown for Aidan O'Brien, followed by Epic Poet, Hip Hop Delore, Nakib, Fairbanks, Magical Zoe, and Bar the Rest. We'll take a look at some recent results and past history of this race and some trends for this one. 9 of the last 10 winners were aged between 4 and 6. 10 of the last 10 runners carried a weight between 9 stone and 9 stone 9. 10 of the last 10 winners had a maximum of 4 runs in Britain that season. And 9 of the last 10 runners were running over 1 mile 6 or further in their previous race. So after whittling it down from some of the trends, the 3 that I'm most interested in are Nakib for William Haggis and Jim Crowley, Yashin for Jess Harrington and Oisin Orr, and Magical Zoe for Henry de Bromhead. Now they all kind of fit the trends. They're all aged between 4 and 6. They'll all carry between 9 and 9 stone 9 pounds, and they all ran over 1 mile 6 or further last time, which actually a lot of these in this field haven't. So I think that's definitely an advantage on their side. Might mean that they can kind of bounce out, go from the front, and make it a bit more of a stamina test. Yashin has run some good races this season over the trip, 1 mile 4 or 1 mile 6. 2 defeats to Kyprios, who we know is the best stayer. And then not so great run last time, but it was at Newcastle on the all-weather, so I'm happy to ignore that. He actually ran in the Ebor last year, came 7th, only 3-length defeat behind Absurd. He was a 4-year-old that time, so I'm sure he's probably matured a little bit. He's put in some good performances this year, so I'm happy to chance him. He's a bit of an outsider at the minute, I think 25 to 1. And then the other one that I'm kind of keen on would be Nakib out of the 3. Now, the thing that puts me off Nakib is William Haggis. However good he may be at York, he's sent 16 horses to win this race before, and only one of them's placed and none of them have won, which tempers my enthusiasm for Nakib quite some bit. But he has ran well in handicaps the last time. He was only beaten ahead by Temporize. He did run at York earlier in the season. He blew out quite badly, to be fair there, which wasn't great, but that was in a Group 2, so obviously Haggis thinks he's quite a bit better than a handicap, which is interesting. So he's definitely of interest. However, I would be slightly keener on Yashin each way. The one I've not mentioned, Magical Zoe, she's took well to flat, only making 3 appearances on the level, but she's not quite achieved the racing post ratings of Yashin or Nakib. Now, of course, she is unexposed, but she was sent off favourite last time. She probably should have won the race, and she didn't. I just think she might get caught out for a bit of kind of tactical ability here. She probably does stay as well as these, but is she kind of as good? Turn of foot, etc., etc. I'm not so sure. So, however, the improvement could be there for Magical Zoe. I'm just not confident it's going to come in this race. So the selection is going to be Yashin each way, and maybe just a little saver on Nakib. But yeah, main selection Yashin each way for the Sky Bet Ebor handicap at 3:35 at York on Saturday.